All right, everybody, welcome back to another Legacy video here on Magic Online. I'm the Semiotician, and it is Sunday, and I was going to play the Legacy Challenge, but it starts an hour and a half later than it usually does. It usually starts at 11 my time, and today it starts randomly at 12:30, and unfortunately, I have plans this evening, so I cannot. I don't want to enter the tournament and then risk, having to drop out partway through. It just seems like mindlessly spending play points. So we're going to play a league instead. I've made a couple of adjustments to my deck in the realm of experimentation. I'm fairly confident I'm playing Doomsday at Eternal Weekend, but I'm not confident yet on what my numbers are going to, like where I'm going to end up with respect to my numbers. So what I've done today is I want to go I think as stock as I can in the main deck. And so this is the main deck that I've got. Well, let's worry about the sideboard in a second here. I'm back up to 4 Thoughtseizes. I really value taking a look at my opponent's hand before I make a Doomsday pile. I think Thoughtseize is still very, very good. It makes sense, right, to maybe not play as many. It seems to be like a bit of a trend. Because of Tamios, they can just buy back the thing that you take. But I think that you can get around that in some cases just by playing your Thoughtseizes a little slower, right? Like if you know that a Tamio is coming down, maybe hold your Thoughtseize till the turn you're going off with your Doomsday so that they don't have that extra buyback kind of situation. And get that force of will you took on turn 1, because that does feel bad. But by taking a look at your opponent's hand, rest in peace, Cataxian Probe, you do get to make slightly more informed decisions when you're making your piles, which I personally value. It's one thing that I've been noticing when editing my recent videos is just that I need to find a way. I can recognize all the possible things that my opponent might have, but then I just get kind of lost in those possibilities, and I fail to make an abduction or a hypothesis about what they actually have in their hand, or what they're most likely to have in their hand, I should say, rather. And so I think Thoughtseize might help with some of those anxieties, the anxieties of possibility. And so we'll see. I'm back up to 4 Thoughtseizes in the main deck. I've cut the Pact of Negation and the 4th Daze for a Thoughtseize. I do love Daze. I wish there was a way that the deck could look exactly as it does right now, but there was a 4th Daze in it. If there was a 4th Daze in this deck, I would be super happy, but I don't want to cut anything else for that card as far as I'm aware. Because I'm back on 4 Thoughtseizes, I've decided to, and we're back up to 16 lands, I've decided to go back to Basic Island, Basic Swamp. With the Thoughtseizes in the deck, you might want to fetch Basic Swamp turn 1, Thoughtseize your opponent, turn 2, Dark Ritual Doomsday, that sort of thing. We're going to keep on rocking in the free world with our Quantum Riddler. This card spiked in price, and so I swapped my art. I had the original art of the card, and then I just got this random foil Quantum Riddler, and I made 30 tickets just by swapping arts. So, hell yeah, maybe if you have Quantum Riddlers in your collection, I have no idea where the stocks are at now, but keep an eye out on that, I guess. It might be worthwhile. I also just like this cosmic art. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's pretty sweet. But yeah, this strikes me as almost as stock as you can get with Doomsday, and I think there's some value to that. Just try to get as consistently as possible, have Dark Ritual with some kind of defense, whether it be Thoughtseize, Daze, Force of Will, etc. And then in the sideboard, I decided. Then the other major change that I made is I've actually cut the Jace. To go back to double Oracle. In my last video, there was a case where I had a hand where I had to pitch my Oracle to a Force of Will to protect my Doomsday turn 1, but then my mana was so limited that I couldn't realistically make it to a Jace, so I had to end up passing the turn. And double Oracle piles can help against Painter's Servant and other decks. I had moved the Jace to the sideboard originally because now that we have 4 Thoughtseizes in the main deck, I don't think we need the 3 Duresses that I was playing before. But then I was just today, I kind of just have been getting, I miss my little boy Barrowgoyf a little bit. And so I want to try him out again. I do like me a Barrowgoyf. I'm a bit I haven't really got to play against Corey Steelcutter with my version of the deck, which doesn't have the Barrowgoyfs. And I don't know that we can beat it sometimes, but I don't know that we can beat it consistently. And then I've also been like a little dissatisfied with the way that my sideboard was lining up against Mono Red Stompy. I got crushed by Mono Red Stompy the other day. I wasn't recording. I was just like kind of playing a league for fun. And the Force of Negation just lines up poorly against certain starts from that deck. So I don't know that I want to max out on the full 4 fawns. I'm down to 3 fawns. I've cut one of my Flusterstorms down to 3 Flusterstorms, which I think is fine. So the way the sideboard, like the main deck is now set up, there's like less cards that we want to cut now against Blue-Black Reanimator. In fact, there's like a world where we might even want to cut like this Duress and just play 5 discard spells where all we're bringing in against Reanimator is Duress, Triple Fluster. But I think I'm going to keep running it like this today. Against my better judgment, I've cut the Jace entirely. I would like to play the Jace in here somehow, but I just don't know what to cut. I do like Vision Charm. I really like the idea against like Mono Red Stompy, boarding in. Well, we would be boarding in 10 cards against them, but we've got a lot of like 1-drops to cut. But like this seems like a pretty sweet way to fight against Stompy. Then you're adding a couple more Cabal Rituals to help power out your Barrow Gs. So we'll see how that goes. Nadu is one of the other pillars of the format these days. I don't have like a clear-cut plan really lined up for how to beat that. Part of me wouldn't mind playing a couple Fatal Pushes in this deck just to deal with cards like Bowmasters to kind of stymie the development and give you a bit of time to, set up for a nice Doomsday. But I don't know what to cut to add those cards. And so today, I already cut 4 cards to add these Barrowgoyfs to try out. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's bring the Barrow back, baby. Hopefully I can get at least 1 Legacy Challenge in before Eternal Weekend. That would be rather pleasant. But, time is limited, The tournament's around the corner. We got to start really making headway here. We won the die roll. We'll take the play. And what does our hand give us? It doesn't give us a lot. We're on the play. Like we can ponder on 1. This hand's like not that exciting, but it could be exciting with these like ponders and brainstorms. We don't have a lot to stop what our opponent's doing. We'd be pondering on 1 for like Force of Will or Doomsday, I guess. And if we hit Force, then we're pitching the Brainstorm, and that's like particularly bad. This is one of those middle of the way hands where this is like kind of already a mull to 6 with the Lion's Eye Diamond, but the fact that we have Brainstorm means that we can kind of rearrange our hand. I think I'm going to keep, and I'm just going to lead on Delta or Flooded Strand Go here. Opponent's on a mull to 6 by the looks of it. Again, this is like not a very strong hand, but we could. Oh, I got a cat walking across my desk here. But yeah, we can like very easily mull ourselves to oblivion too. So let's just see. I'm not gonna ponder. Uh oh. This is not good. This is really, really not good. What is this? Muxus? Thorn of Amethyst. Oh God. Do I have to cycle Street Wraith here? I might have to cycle Street Wraith into Brainstorm. That's what we'll do. Draw Thassa's Oracle. We'll fetch. We'll grab an island. I'm going to Brainstorm. We found the Daze, which is sweet. Let's put back Lion's Eye Diamond. With, I guess we're drawing one of these cards, so I guess with Underground Sea on top of our deck. And then, do we want a Daze? I think we do. We'll take a Daze if we can get one here. And then if they've got Spirit Guide or something, we can Force additionally. Okay, so that worked out fine. Now we're looking for the Doomsday. And I think we just want to fetch away those cards that we know on top to get looking here. Ponder shows us 2 more Ponders. I think I'll just any order shuffle. This ain't good. So this is where, like, if I kept the hand with a clear plan, we might have been in a good spot. Another Thorn of Amethyst. I mean, at this point, thank goodness we got 2 oracles in our deck now, I guess. Muxus, huh? And there's Brainstorm. That's a great draw. Hit me with a Doomsday, shall we? Quantum Riddler, huh? You don't say. Guess we can put Island Underground Sea back. Play Scalding Tarn. Pass, I guess. Surely they don't have 3 Thorns of Amethyst. Maybe I'm just supposed to play that because fuck me, right? They might. Matron. If they have a land in hand, we're just going to be cooked to this. Battlecry Goblin. Okay. I think I'm going to hold my Consider. Well, hold on. Like, the Consider might be able to draw us a bunch of cards off the Quantum Riddler. But if I draw something I can't play, then my Riddler... I'm going to get the Sewers and hold it. My Riddler only will draw 1 card, which is kind of unfortunate. Brainstorm, huh? So we'll put that on top. Do I just want to jam this Riddler? Draw a single card? I kind of don't mind it. And then next turn, maybe we can go ham with some cantrips. This gives us like a line of defense as well. Trash Master. Okay. Do I hold control, play Consider, and then Brainstorm over top of the Consider, or vice versa? Hold control, cast, Consider, Brainstorm in response to Consider. Put back Pedal with Cavern of Souls on top. Yeah, this was stupid. This was so dumb. What am I doing? Bin the Cavern, draw the Pedal, play the Pedal, and then I guess pass. That wasn't very exciting. I kind of got lost in the sauce there. This Riddler card really just confuses me. But if we get to force something here, then we're drawing 2 cards on our turn, which is pretty awesome. We might just be dead here. I don't actually know. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I might go to 1 here. Do I go to 1 here? Or am I dead? I might just be dead. I'm at 1. Okay. Can't Doomsday from 1. All right. Against Goblins. Jesus Christ. Thorn of Amethyst is so freaking annoying. I think we want the Barrowgoyfs against Goblins. Thoughtseizes don't seem that relevant against the Goblin Menace. Dazes also don't seem particularly good against them. And then I don't know how to play against Goblins. They have all these Thorns of Amethyst, which are super annoying. Ponder's slightly slow. And I guess Cavern. I mean, they could be a... they probably have like Disruptor Flutes and stuff too, but we can't beat everything. I'll try it like this. Okay, well, we get Dark Ritual Doomsday here. I guess I'll keep. We've got Disruptor Flute beat with the second Dark Ritual. In that case, do we want this to be a basic swamp? I actually don't know if I mind if it is. Dark Ritual Doomsday. Oh, and they're just scooping. Oh, great. You love to see it. All right. I guess that's how you beat Goblins. Oh, man. Now we've got Force of Will with turn 1 Doomsday, so we'll keep it. City of Traders into Thorn of Amethyst. Force of Will, pitch Personal Tutor. Draw. Misty's not a bad one. Doomsday. All right, and they're just scooping it up. Looks like they don't have Disruptor Flute. Fair enough. Fair enough. M. Hamuke. This is a Doomsday Lord. A Doomsday Master, one might even say. Let's wish them good luck. Have fun, my friend. This is not the kind of hand we can keep. It does not have mana sources. Oh, we got the Mismatch Thoughtseizes. Double Days plus Personnel Tutor. I'm going to keep this hand. I think I'm going to bottom one of the Dazes. And I'm actually going to lead, I think, on Thoughtseize here. Because, yeah, they might Thoughtseize us if they are, in fact, playing Doomsday. They might not be. I don't know if they play anything else, but I know this name. All right. They're playing Grixis Delver by the looks of it. Something to this effect. Maybe Grixis Control. We'll take the Brainstorm here. Plans have suddenly changed, folks. I'm happy with my choice to put back the Days now. All right. Our opponent's got Delta Go. Land, please. It's so risky to Brainstorm here, but I think I want to, but maybe I don't. I'm going to do it. Let's Brainstorm. Land me, please land me. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me, dude. All right. I should have just cast Personal Tutor. Man. Scalding Tarn. Bind Underground Sea. This Murktide's going to come down soon. I'm risking it all here, folks. And this is how you lose Magic. Maybe I'm just supposed to be putting my Personal Tutor into play. Wasteland, huh? All right. This was a very greedy play. This was perhaps even greedier. Force Pitch Days. Land. I guess I'll cycle Street Wraith and give up the gun. I really wanted to find a land off that Brainstorm before I cast the Personal Tutor because it would have allowed us to go Thoughtseize into Dark Ritual Doomsday on the following turn. But now we're just so cooked. I don't know what our opponent's playing there. Some kind of Grixis Tempo by the looks of it. This Kasau's deck doesn't play Wasteland as far as I'm aware. Yeah, there's Tamiyo. We need a land here or this game's over. Really wish I didn't cycle this Street Wraith. All right, I'm out. Grixis Tempo. Do we want Barrowgoyfs against Grixis Tempo? Maybe. Cut LED, Quantum Riddler. The Goyfs just don't seem that good here. But maybe we could bring them in. This would mean that we cut those, and then if we're cutting down this much, we might even just not even really need the Force of Wills, which means we could keep Lion's Eye Diamond for Doomsday purposes. For the Riddler. How many blue cards is this? 17 blue cards. Yeah, so we can't have Force of Will if this is how we want to build the deck. We could bring in a Cabal Ritual, I suppose. Or just float the LED back in the deck. I'm not sure this is the best course of action. I'll keep. We've got Barrowgoyf. Double Days, not that good. It might be good to protect this Goyf. We shall see shells at the seashore. Underground Sea, go. Undercity Sewers. Land me. This time we found the land. Let's cast Petal. Let's cast Delta. I'm just going to jam a Goyf here, I think. Maybe they have Spell Pierce or Fluster in their hands. They're going to Brainstorm in response. I think I'm fine with that. I've got Double Days. I will protect this Goyf doubly. Is he in? He's in. Okay. The big B. Look at him. Probably not going to be good enough, but we'll see. Hopefully they cut a bunch of removal spells. Passing. Okay. Doomsday. Let's just attack. Orcish Bowmasters. I'll float a blue. I'll daze the Bowmasters. They're going to fawn the daze. I think I'll brainstorm over top. Put back Doomsday. Street Wraith. Float a blue here. Daze the Bowmaster. We'll lose the unspent mana. Crash in for 4. Then we'll mill the Street Wraith. We'll return the Street Wraith to our hand. We'll play Underground Sea. We'll Thought Seize our opponent. We'll take their Murktide Regent. Then pass the turn, I guess. They've got to use their Ponders to try to find an answer to our Goyf, which they may have left in. They shuffled their library, though. A Murktide. Okay. And it's a 6/6 Murktide. The 6/6 Murktide is pretty good. Put back Sewers and Oracle. Play Misty Rainforest. I guess we'll just trade off our guys here. I'll gain a bunch of life. I'll pass the turn. Ponder again. Yep. Decline to use Ponder's ability into a Tamiyo. Okay, we're going to get the Sewers now. I'll put Delta into the bin. Draw for turn, it's Barrowgoyf. Maybe we just play the Goyf. Oh, they've got Force. Okay. Force Pitch Consign, huh? No cards in hand. Now they've got a Tamiyo. Draw off the clue. Please don't Thoughtseize me, dude. Please don't Thoughtseize me, dude. Okay, Ponder. Man. Tamiyo's so freaking nut busted, it's not even funny, huh? Card is just crazy. So now they're flipping their Tam. Tamiyo's flipped, plus Tamiyo. And the Wasteland, huh? Oh my god. Oh my lord. Fuck me, huh? Well, let's cast Brainstorm. And now the Tamiyo gets back. I think we're dead. Unless Flusterstorm with Doomsday on top. I think this is my best bet. Another Wasteland. This is going to be hard. Hold control, Cycle Wraith. Triple black. Doomsday. So we're going to get Wastelanded. I don't have the Quantum Riddler in my deck either. So we'll need Cavern of Souls, Oracle, Wraith. I don't know if throwing my whole hand there like that made sense, but it's what I'm going to do. We're getting Wastelanded, and then they've used 2 of their Wastelands. We got to hope they just don't find the last one. We're going to be passing. We can present 2 wins across 3 turns here. Return Ponder, cast Ponder, play Wasteland. Wasteland me. They shuffled off their Ponder. We'll pass. Plussing Tameo. Thought sees me. Cycle Street Wraith. Cycle Street Wraith. Thoughtseize is good. Volcanic Island, 1 card left in hand. Is it a consign, my friend? Cavern of Souls, name Wizard. Play Oracle. They have the consign. That is just crippling. That is just freaking crippling. And then they have the Tameo to buy back the consign. My God, that was a really good match. On to the next one. All right, 420 Pray It. We'll play first. We've got a Quantum Riddler hand. The basic swamp coming to like just punish us. The basic swamp's so bad here. I think I'm gonna mull it. This one we def keep. We'll put Lion's Eye on the bottom. I think I'll just lead on Thoughtseize here. I'll pray they don't have Wasteland, I guess. Okay, Reanimator this time. Do I take their Entomb? Probably. I just don't necessarily want to be dealing with that so quickly when we don't like have the guaranteed Dark Ritual. Otherwise, I would have taken days, like if one of these was a Dark Ritual. They might just ponder here. It's a pondering situation. And we'll have to hope that they don't daze my ponder. Oh, they got Dark Ritual in their deck too, which is kind of cool. So that means that they're up to something different. They might be playing Doomsday themselves. 420 Pray It. Well, you get the Underground Sea you look for in this world. Let's ponder. I don't think I want Lion's Eye Diamond. Do I want 2 lands? I mean, we kind of need lands. They liked the cards they saw off their ponder. Dark Ritual, huh? Barrowgoyf. I take 3, go to 14, and then I Doomsday around days. I think it's fine. This could be a huge mistake, but we'll let it go. And they still have Brainstorm. Kept a card on top, too. I guess the Goyf can just mill, like... Okay. Now it's a 5-6. And it's still going to remain a 5-6 post-Doomsday. Which means... I think we're actually just dead to this Barrowgoyf. We'll cast Doomsday. Force of Will, pitch Brainstorm. Force of Will, pitch Brainstorm. Taking 5, going to 1. Taking 5, going to 1, huh? And that their Barrowgoyf hits Bowmasters, we're just cooked. So we could draw Riddler, cast Riddler. I mean, I doubt. I want. Does this work? Draw Riddler, cast Riddler, draw Edge LED, play LED, and then riddle into double Oracle. That could be kind of cool. Oracle, Oracle, LED, Edge, Riddler. We're dead to Bowmasters. We're dead to a bunch of things. Force of Will, we would be dead to. Passing. Quantum Riddler. Cast Lion's Eye Diamonds. Hold control. Sack this. Crack this for triple blue. Cast Thassa's Oracle. All right, we got there. I like this double Thassa's Oracle Riddler pile. That's kind of cool. Got one out against Reanimator. Against Reanimator, we want Flusterstorms and Duresses, I believe. Let's sort by mana value. Let's bring those in. I don't think we want to maintain Riddler against Reanimator, because if they reanimate our Riddler, that's really bad for us. I think we can cut Consider against Reanimator, so I usually don't have removal spells. Then, like, this is where it gets a little dicey. 2-for-1ing ourselves against them is not, like, you know, the best thing that we can be doing in the world. But we also, like, start by mana value. Sorry, let's sort by color here. I just want to see where we're at. So 22 blue cards. We can cut another blue card, and it might just be Ponder. Could be Street Wraith as well, but yeah. Okay. The rest, double Doomsday Edge. I guess I'll keep. Out of coffee, folks. Underground Sea into Thoughtseize. Ponder. Nice. Nice. They declined to use their Ponder's ability. Brainstorm's a pretty sweet pickup. So I could hit them with a Duress here. It's not like the worst idea, I don't think. Because, like, I don't want to get Entomb reanimated next turn if I can avoid it. Force of Will, reanimate the One Ring. I might actually take Reanimate here. I just don't want... They could have Entomb on top of their deck, right? Now we're in a world of hurt. Bloodstained Mire, go. They've got Force of Will. We can jam a Doomsday into their Force at some point here. I think we'll fire a Brainstorm now. Force of our own. It's kind of not even that helpful here, is it? Well, it could be. So if we go like this, we can Undercity Sewers into Street Wraith to try to find a blue card if worst came to worst here. It looks like they're going to be tapping out for a ring here, which I am thrilled about. Back up to 4 cards. Very cool Reanimator deck with the One Rings and Dark Rituals and Barrowgoyfs. Put that seed to the bin. Draw blue card? Blue card. Flooded Strand. Lotus Petal. Underground Sea. Doomsday. If they force pitch Force here. Force pitch Force. I might just kill them. How crazy is it just to go Bob's your uncle here? They're completely tapped out. We lose to Daze if we do that. There might be a way to go Bob's your uncle. Is there a way? Draw 3. Yeah, I'll go like this. Oracle on the bottom. Oracle on the bottom. LED Edge Brainstorm. Cycle Street Wraith. Brainstorm. Put back Doomsday with Oracle on top. Play LED. Hold control. Cycle this. Triple blue. And now we're playing around Daze again. So that should do it. Oh yeah, then we put the Oracle on top of our library with the Doomsday underneath it with this Oracle. And then we have a second Oracle coming down the pipe next turn if this one did get countered. All right, so I do like keeping in the LED, I think, against Reanimator for spots like that, but that was a bit of a strange Reanimator deck. This game, too, against Hamukai was a sweet game, too, in my opinion. What fantastic magic. Well, this is a turn 2 Doomsday with nothing else. This hand's pretty bad, right? I'm going to mull it. I guess I'll keep this one. I'll bin the Sewers. This isn't a good hand. These are the kinds of hands you lose usually when you keep, but... Oh, God. Emery. Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Fuck me, I guess. Let's play Ponder. Holy guacamole. Okay, they're not using the bauble. Now I have to hope they tap out a Grindstone. They're just passing, huh? They only have 2 mana, so they can't activate their Grindstone. I've already got the Brainstorm in hand. Oh, let's cycle Street Wraith. Let's play Underground Sea. Let's go Dark Ritual. Doomsday, Force of Will, pitch Kappa Cannoneer, and they're dead, I think, right? Force of Will, pitch Daze. They can't activate their Grindstones. We've got the card to Tuck. We've got the Brainstorm. This is looking like the old Bob's Your Uncle pile here. Street Wraith. Street Wraith. Lion's Eye Diamond and Consider. Done. Oracle on the bottom. Street Wraith on top. Cast Brainstorm. Put back Street Wraith with Consider on top. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Hold Control. Cycle Edge. Crack LED for triple blue. Cast Consider. Bin the Street Wraith. Cycle Street Wraith into Oracle, and the game is over. Very narrowly. Wow, if my opponent had 1 land, I don't know what I would have done. Woo! Okay. Fucking hate Painter Serpent decks. The ones with blue in them are annoying in their own right, too. This is not something I've really thought about sideboarding. I don't even know what blue Painter even plays. It could be this list. They had Urza's Baubles in it. They've got a lot of counter magic. If they're playing Painter, I don't think they'll have Chalice of the Void. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I think we want Vision Charm. I can see that being very helpful. I think I could bring in a couple of things like that, perhaps. And then maybe they've got a lot of mana, so the dazes aren't like the best in this matchup. I don't mind thought seizing them. Ponder could potentially go, and then Riddler, just because they're like a blue deck and we don't want to necessarily rely on Riddler. I could see something like this being fine. I'll keep. It's not the best hands, but it does have some things. Let's see what they want to do. Urza's Bauble reveals Dark Ritual. They'll pass. It looks like they've got Disruptor Flute, which is going to make our life mighty challenging. I think I'm going to Thought Seize them here. Here's the Flute. I hate this card with a fiery passion. It's like the most annoying card, I think. All right, so we're working with a 6 mana Doomsday here, which means we're going to need time. Well, I guess I'm taking Emery, and yeah, it's going to be hard to carve out a victory here, I think. This matchup kind of feels like a nightmare for us. They just got so many Force of Wills, but then also a lot of permanent-based hate as well. Another Personal Tutor's not the most excellent pickup. So let's go Undercity Sewers and see if we like what we see on top. We actually don't mind Thoughtseize. I'll top a Thoughtseize, and I think I'll just pass. Got another Flute. Okay. You're gonna name Doomsday again. Dark Ritual. Sure. Mox Opal. Ancient Tomb. Thoughtseize. I'll cycle Street Wraith here. I'll just pass. Hitting it on the Dark Ritual's funny. I'll Force of Will, Pinnacle Emissary, pitching Personal Tutor, and they're just going to let it resolve, keeping their own force up. Okay. I was hoping I could have baited them there, but that's not the case. I'll draw for turn. Another Thoughtseize, huh? Oh, let's double Thoughtseize. Grindstone. Okay. Urza's Saga, that's a good one. So now we need land right here, right now, where we're cooked. Oh, yeah, they can just mill like this, I guess. Sure. Well, let's hit another Doomsday, shall we? The disruptor flutes are so annoying. What if we brought in some Barrowgoyfs just to have something else going on? Would maybe come at the cost of like the flusters and the duresses. We'll mull this. I guess we'll keep this one. Put a Doomsday on the bottom. Mox Opal. Weird. Was that a mistake? Must have been. Urza's Bauble. Passing the turn. Fetch. They're going to flute me here. Undercity Sewers. I guess the land's all right. Draw. Play out Underground Sea. Pass, perhaps? They're just passing again, huh? So they've got multiple lines of defense, I assume. We'll just draw in that case. Now I think I'll fire my Brainstorm. Hit with a Thought Seize. I guess I'll just take the Thought Monitor at this point. They saw Street Wraith. Drawing a card. Got 3 Force of Wills in their hand. The Urza Saga is so annoying as well. Let's hope they didn't find a Grindstone too. Flute. They'll force back to protect it, I'm sure. No, huh? Interesting. Doomsday. We're just dead to the construct tokens, though. That's the problem. I could just scoop now. Like, I just know we can't win this game. It's impossible. There's a personal tutor on top of our deck. Well, they didn't draw, or they have Urza's Bauble. Okay, so the Bauble's going to find them probably the blue card that they need. Like, this thing can just get Grindstone as well, right? And if they have Boots in their dead, we're just dead to the Boots. So if they play Boots, we're dead to Boots. We're also probably just dead to Grindstone. So I think... But they're going to find the blue card they're looking for too, right? I'm just going to pass. I don't know. I don't think if I put Doomsday on the stack, I can win. So I'll pass. What we need them is to somehow brick on blue cards, and then we need them to make like a second one of these, equip Boots and attack. If they just put Grindstone in play, I don't think we can possibly win. Okay, so they're making the second guy. This is good for us. I assume that means they're going to have the blue card, which means we need to draw like Force of Will. I'm just getting Opal. Fascinating. Well, now I can't win by passing either, so I would have to... Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. They're casting Thoughtcast. All right. I think, yeah, the blue Stompy decks are pretty hard for Doomsday, especially when they've got Painter Servant in the mix and all the Metallic Rebukes, Force of Negation, so on and so forth. Yeah, I don't know how to contend with that kind of stuff, so yeah, or how to sideboard. Barrowgoyf, it seems, actually would have been pretty decent there, but we did not find them. To beat these Stompy decks, you need perfect hands. That's the problem. You really can't stumble at all. And you just don't often get perfect hands. Adorno. Oh no. Triple Dark Ritual. I'll keep. Adorno's on a mull to 6. Underground Sea. Ponder, I think. The 4th Dark Ritual. We're dead. Ponder's fine. They shuffled 2. Let's draw. Days. We'll pass. Brainstorm. Undercity Sewers. I probably should have mulled this hand because of the triple dark ritual, but what's a guy to do? Warp the Riddler. Draw a card, pass. Pass. That ponder did not deliver for us. Passing. Brainstorm, please. Thoughtseize. I will pay for your Flusterstorm, huh? I guess I'll Dark Ritual. I knew these rituals would come in handy. Yes. 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 Thoughtseize? Guess I take Force. I don't think I take Edge of Autumn. There's like a world where taking Edge isn't like crazy. I suppose I will take the Force though. Do they have a daze? They do have a daze, so we'll play out our Lotus Petal now. We'll pass. There's the sewers. Doomsday? You'd never be lucky. 5 cards in hand, pass the turn. Really wish I had a second Undercity Sewers in the deck now, but I don't think it's correct to. Well, there's a Doomsday. I suppose we'll fire it. Force Pitch Days. I think I'm in a Dark Ritual Force of Will here and keep double days up. This gives us the best way to stop their Doomsday. We'll just go Oracle, Oracle, Wraith, Wraith, Edge. Done. Oracle, Oracle, Edge, Wraith, Wraith. Pass the turn. Now we have double days to stop. Hopefully will be enough to stop what they've got cooking. They know that we've got the dazes. Yeah, Thoughtseize me, I guess. Maybe we're dead here. Oh, we can daze the Bowmasters now. All right. All right. We got their game 1. Against Doomsday. We could literally bring the entire sideboard in, except for the Cabal rituals if we wanted. It just kind of depends, right? Like, what we want to do here. I was cutting Personal Tutors. Cutting Considers probably fine as well. This slows us, like, kind of right down to a grinding halt. I don't know that the Barrows... I mean, like, there's a world, obviously, where Barrowgoyf is sick. I'm not going to lie. Do we want Barrowgoyf? Like, we could go super greedy, right, and cut our basics to bring in the Goyfs. But I think I'm just going to maintain, just stay a Doomsday deck, and we'll see how we want to proceed for game 3. Yeah, this hand seems sick. Ooh, okay, we got a Street Wraith off the bat. My hand is sick. Depending on what they do here, I might Doomsday. Okay. Dark Ritual Doomsday. Force Pitch Days. Force Pitch Brainstorm. You got it, pal. Let's see if they can beat Duress plus Days, I guess. What are they cooking with? Cavern of Souls is gone. 1 force of will, 2 force of will, 3 force of will. They still have another force in their hand. Looks like they may have... Oh, there's a Jace here. So there's 1 Oracle in their pile. They've got Cavern. 1, 2, 3, 4 Brainstorms. It looks like all of their Cyclers are gone. All their Ponders are gone. Yeah, this might be a tough one. I think they've got a Force of Will, which is really risky. Oh my god. Okay, so we could go Dark Ritual, Duress, Dark Ritual, Doomsday, and then build a pile with Vision Charm on top, and then hope that they have to pass the turn again, given what they have. We'll see. That, I think, is our best play. Let's see if it works. Vision Charm potentially could come in clutch here. Dark Ritual, Duress, Doomsday, and Barrowgoyf, huh? Okay. I want Vision Charm on top of my deck, I think. Oh, is Quantum Riddler... Did they make a Riddler pile? I think they made a Riddler pile. Oh no, Quantum Riddler's gone. So we got Vision Charm. We're going to need, obviously, a Thassa's Oracle. A Cavern of Souls, because I do believe that they have their Force of Will. A Barrowgoyf in their hand, huh? Street Wraith. We have no way to protect the Vision Charm. We'll just go like this. I'm not 100% sure about this. Oracle, Oracle, Cavern, Wraith, Charm, pass. Can you beat my days, Adorno? Can you beat my days? Passing the turn. We'll draw Vision Charm. I'm going to cast it. Did we get there, Adorno? They had the same. Are they going to Vision Charm me? Are they going to charm me? How are they? Oh, I guess they've already got Cavern in hand then. Wow. Wow. All right. Another one. Oh, man, that was great. Another one bites the dust. Wow, what a great, like, situation, right? The good old Vision Charm. The good old Vision Charm strikes again. Oh my goodness. All right, well, that was sick. We got another 3-2 with the Doomsday. Already, folks. I think the highlight of that league, not the Vision Charm, but the match against M. Homukai. They really drew like fantastic in game 2. And I think that like we put up a pretty good fight. I wanted to see whether or not, to go back to the replay, to see whether or not there was like a world where we didn't have to go all in on our like LED Doomsday. The double Oracle pile like beat one consign, but they had 2 consigns because of their Tameo. And yeah, they really just like had everything they needed to stop us, which was unfortunate. The Barrowgoyfs almost got there against them though, so I was like happy to have that as a second line of attack. But this list looks pretty sweet to me. I'm pretty satisfied with it. So we beat Goblins, we beat Blue-Black Reanimator, and we beat Doomsday. And we lost to Blue Painter and Grixis Tempo. The second game of the Grixis Tempo match was super close. And I just like don't know that we can, I don't know, the mono blue painter deck's very hard. Same with 8cast. I actually got played against crushed by 8cast in paper at my locals 2 weeks ago, and it just felt so bad. Like they had Chalice of the Voids. They weren't playing painter, but they had Chalice of the Voids. They had 4 Force of Negation, 4 Force of Will, plus Metallic Rebukes, and it just like punching a hole through that is like really hard because like we punch holes with our 1-drops. And yeah, then we get crushed. Another card that I'd like to add to my deck is potentially Hurkyl's Recall or maybe even Energy Flux. Energy Flux might be too slow, but something to answer these artifacts because like Urza Saga is just such a beating. It's possible something like Hurkyl's Recall is worth playing as like a one-of, just so you have some extra way to answer these flutes or like possible multiple flutes. can be really, really frustrating, right? But yeah, we got to use Quantum Riddler. I think the double, like the Riddler into double Oracle pile was like pretty sweet. I actually really liked that. Um, but yeah, it's another league with the Turbo Doomsday. We'll be back with more action. I think I enjoyed the way the main deck is set up. It felt pretty good to me. We got a couple of weird kind of clunked out hands, but yeah, it was pretty awesome. In any case, that'll be that, and we will pass the turn. And by that, I mean I will end this video because clearly my brain is fried. I wish you all the very best, and I will see you all again very soon. We'll probably try out Barrowgoyfs another time just to see how they continue to function for us. But yeah, with that, I'm out.